Yes, hello tradies. Welcome to your segment, to Mitch's segment. It is Just Quickly. We've got one more $150 voucher to Melbourne Park at St Andrews Brewery. So if you're in Melbourne or planning for a quick visit, get those Just Quicklys in.
Would have been pumping yesterday before a public holiday, King's birthday game.
Oof. In fact, it's been a hot minute since I've been down to the brewery. It's been a couple of weeks.
I think I'm going to go with the family actually on Saturday for before Geelong Essendon.
Geelong Essendon.
Twilight game.
Is that the 4:40 game?
Yeah.
Good, perfect time to go.
Yeah.
Get down there and have your $15 burger.
Yep.
Or your $25 burger and pint. Not much better value out there. We'll start with Dylan.
Keep up the good work on the pod, fellas. Just quickly, wondering what the AFL obsession is, the media's obsession with telling us the exact number of days since a player got injured. Every headline, 300 days since he played the last game. Does anyone actually care, or are we just glad that these players get themselves back from injury and get to watch them play footy again? Anyway, secondly, more trade related. What would a club have to give us to get rid of EDK is obviously heading there on a deal that's probably quite similar to what Micro Mitch gets paid at Channel 7, maybe a touch less.
Good point.
For the number one news breaker in footy. But yeah, just wondering what you'd have to give up to get Rowan Marshall for a draft pick. What's he worth? His boys. Give it.
It's a good question.
Very good question.
I do agree with his take on the days thing too. I've got a few mates that point that out all the time and laugh that 416 days.
Yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it?
Nah, it's good to put a tangible time on it.
Yeah, I don't know about it. I think I'm with Dylan. We are a bit obsessed.
Rowan Marshall, he's not young.
Is he 29?
Yeah, I think he
turning 29.
I think he's turning 30. What do you reckon?
Turns
Turns 30 in November.
You pick 20-ish.
Yeah.
Late first rounder, early second. Thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah. The first number that came to mind was pick 16.
Right.
And this is not a super strong draft. Academy picks all through it too.
Yep.
That is going to be a fun one to watch. Whether he agitates to get out.
Well, if they get De Koning, I think he should.
Yeah.
Go play for Carlton.
What about Jackson and Marshall together at the Cats?
Couldn't get both. Unless, of course, there's some irregularities with the TPP down at the Cattery.
What are you saying?
Thanks, Dylan. Let's go to John.
Hey, Sam and Mitch. Just quickly, with the talk about Jamarra heading to Sydney, what do you think his honest value would be if he doesn't play again this year? And is there any chance of the relationship being recovered? Thanks, boys.
Yeah, funny. We talked about this in the main body a little bit. I don't think there's any chance of the relationship being recovered. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
If he was to go, let's say he didn't play any footy for the rest of the year and the Swans wanted him, a couple of big ifs there, what would his value be? All depends on what the appetite of that club is. So if I'm Sydney and I need a key forward and he's risk and reward, geez, I don't know. I'm giving pick 15 for him.
Shit, okay. And you take on the contract?
Yeah, but I spread it out.
Yeah.
So I'll probably give him 4 years. Maybe. And I wouldn't.
Didn't you say before you wouldn't give him any more than 2?
No, but I'm saying if it was to do with money.
Yeah.
So if he's adamant that he's keeping the 850 of next year, then I'd say, well, I'll give you 4 at 250.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're playing for peanuts, really.
Yeah.
You're playing like
and if you play
a
15,
fourth-year player.
If you play 15 games, we'll hit another 100 grand trigger. If you're top 5 BNF, we'll give you another 50 grand.
Yeah, top 5 Coleman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make it like Bailey Smith's contract, heavily incentivised.
Yeah.
You?
I was thinking more pick 30 to 40.
Wow.
To take on the contract. But if you're the Bulldogs, I don't know if that's going to wash.
Yeah, but they want him out though.
Yeah. And the 850 off the books would be nice in the Butters pursuit in 12 months' time.
Yeah.
Think about the money they left after McRae, Caleb Daniel. They had money there for Smith, which didn't eventuate. Could be building a little war chest in the West.
Like it.
The Western War Chest.
Thanks, John. Matthew?
Just quickly, with players like Battle and Draper being unrestricted free agents due to them not being in the top 25% plays in their clubs, do teams try to back-end deals for the free agency year, so in their last season they are in that top 25%? Or is it based on the average wage over the length of their current deal? Hope that makes sense. Thanks, guys.
Love the energy in that question.
Very astute question. So the question being ultimately, is it just the year of your free agency, Cash, or is it over the course of the deal? It's the course of the deal, right?
I thought it was the year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Shit. That's not good that we don't know.
Shit.
I thought it was I thought it was the course of the deal, but now that I think about it, that would be a lot harder to calculate, wouldn't it? And so therefore the year would make more sense now that I think about it.
Yeah, because the deal you'd be able to just say, let's give him a 1 year deal rather than if a player
Correct.
had a 6 year deal and it was, I'm pretty sure it's happy to be. I might check that out during the week. It's a good question.
We'll sniff that out at the Hall of Fame tonight.
Pretty sure though, just to circle back, I'm pretty sure it's the year, which did interest me when Draper was unrestricted because they could have manipulated the books to have him restricted.
Yeah. Which I guess is an argument for why I think it's the course of the deal. Because otherwise, why wouldn't they manipulate it?
It's catch-22 there because for the Bombers, right, if he was restricted, it would mean they have more ability to match the deal and force a trade. But if he's unrestricted, I believe that would allow a club like the Crows to offer more money, which would increase the compensation. So, for example, if you're the Crows, you're probably inclined to give a little bit more in the unrestricted. Yeah. It's a quirky one, though, that he wasn't in the top 10 paid this year.
Great question from Matt.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Ryan, you're going to have to be pretty good to steal the $150 voucher from Matt.
G'day, Mitch and Sammy. Big fan here. Just quickly, when you have a club, let's say West Coast, they lose Oscar Allen and they get a priority pick, so pick 1, pick 2, let's just say. Say they trade that priority pick 2 to someone, they get a player back, but then they actually sign a free agent after that. What happens to the pick that they traded? Because technically they were supposed to lose it when they signed that new free agent. Don't know that that's come up yet, but it'd be interesting to hear what would happen.
I actually don't understand the question. I think my mind has just been blown.
For editing purpose, we listened to that twice. I think what he's trying to say is if West Coast have pick 1 and 2 off for Allen, and they trade pick 2,
which is the combo pick they got.
Yep. But then bring in a free agent, do they lose? Is it diluted like the
I
Dale
don't think
Thomas?
it is.
But the thing is, free agency compo is handed out before the trade period. So free agency is always before. You know how the free agency window starts before the trade window?
Yep.
It's for things like this, essentially.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if what he's talking about has ever actually happened though, has it?
Not that I can recall.
No. But yeah, like the Blues didn't get any free agency compo for Eddie Betts when he left because they got Dale Thomas in.
Yeah.
It's not a move that aged particularly well.
No.
Betts out, Thomas in. Probably not great in the end. Love Daisy as a person though.
Great media performer.
Solid. All right. That's just quickly done. Matthew, for your unbelievable question, you are getting the $150 voucher to Melbourne Park. Make sure you get in there. Maybe go Saturday.
Shout me a beer, Matthew.
No, Mitch will shout you one.
He's got the voucher, though.
Mitch, shout him a beer, for goodness sake. Okay, make sure you're listening to the Air Raid